Come on, sound.
It all started from there.
All right.
Kotooshu likes to fight with his right hand inside, left and out. Once he gets that left and outside grip, Kotooshu can almost power anybody around. Goeido, on the other hand, he is watch his tacha, he's got a very sharp initial charge, and he likes to get his right hand shallow grip on his foe. It's Shikimura Inosuke in the middle. Goju referee. Goeido gets a left hand shallow grip swing.
Oh!
And gets the W.
Wow. Excellent touch eye on both sides.
Right.
Good.
There are 5 Ozeki champions at the moment, and Harumafuji is the only one who hasn't won at least one championship. So that's his immediate goal. His very first.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to get that bar going.
Homasho, on the other hand, his goal to make Sanyaku. Well, he's right there at East Maigashira 1.
Whoa!
Not when you're an Ozeki.
Natsu Ozeki does the offside. So Chiyotaikai earlier. There's an offside. Mata.
Come on.
Here we go. To restart. Harumafuji aggressively attacking Homasho. However, is absorbing Harumafuji onslaught, and Harumafuji yanking on Homasho's left arm and takes control. Harumafuji wins.
Homasho, the star pupil of the middle of the Izutsu brothers, Terao. Didn't
Won it like Hakuho.
All right, Hakuho on your left. That's Tochiozan. Here they go.
Yokozuna Hakuho against Komusubi Tochiozan.
On TV.
Good fast charge by Hakuho, gets the left hand grip, that's his lethal weapon. And Tochiozan could be in trouble. Chest to chest, Hakuho surges and a Yorikiri win for Hakuho. It just does not get any better for Hakuho right there. Solid Yorikiri force-out win for the Yokozuna. The other Yokozuna, Asashoryu, had to break a sweat to get his victory, but on the other hand, Hakuho hardly broke a sweat. 1-0. Tomorrow he meets Aminishiki. Tochiozan 0-1, and he fights Harumafuji. Extending his winning streak.
Oh yeah.
Okay, right there in the blue is the newly promoted Komusubi, Kakuryu. He's also a Mongolian. And is this Jikan? No, he's got to slap one more time. That's, of course, Asashoryu, the Yokozuna. A little bit of a disappointing tournament back in March. He started with a 10-0 record, perfect 10-0 the first 10 days. And then the last 5 days, he only won 1 of the last 5 matches to go 11-4. So let's see how these two Mongolians fight. Here we go.
Beat Asashoryu for the first time. Komusubi versus Yokozuna. Right hand slap. Asashoryu gets a deep right hand inside grip and solid left hand grip. Chest to chest, Kakuryu attacking Asashoryu. Asashoryu lifts up Kakuryu. Asashoryu in trouble now, but Asashoryu
Oh, he got it.
with the desperation throw and takes Kakuryu down. Asashoryu is the winner.
That was crazy.
No judge's hand going up.
No. Kakuryu had his golden opportunity, but He didn't capitalize.
Oh my goodness, that was a close one though. Whoa. Of course, that's why the crowd goes wild. This man is exciting. Oh, poor Kakuryu has got to be the makinokori.
Wow.
Ouch. Oh, but it was close.
It sure was close. Gave Asashoryu a serious run for his money.
He tried that in the previous tournament, and it didn't come off because Asashoryu was awake to it this time, that time. But lately, Asashoryu has started to use this harite, the slap to the opponent's face. Harisashi, in other words, the hit and then go straight to the inside grip. But if it's not executed well, the opponent can be already inside and got an inside grip themselves before the execution is complete.
Okay, we'll cut the announcer off. Hello, today is Tuesday, May 12th. You're looking at Asashoryu, one of the two Yokozuna. He's about to fight Aminishiki in the second to last match of the day. Aminishiki had a 9-6 record in March, so he went up from Magashira number 5 to his current rank, Magashira number 1. And here we go. Let's turn the sound back on.
How bad is the elbow? Obviously it's not great, but how bad is it? Can Aminishiki get his first win of this tournament? Asashoryu get his third straight win. Quick work by Aminishiki all over the Yokozuna.
Wow. That was fast.
Push-out win for, I guess, the giant killer these days. Final bout, day 3. Harumafuji and Kotooshu won, then 3 Ozeki in a row lost, then the Yokozuna lost.
Wow.
Can Hakuho right the ship here for the top rankers?
Kaio, Kotomitsuki, and Chiyotaikai all lost today. And Asashoryu, of course.
23 straight wins, and to go to 3-0 and a share of the lead. Homasho hits him hard.
Come on, get it all! Darn it.
Smile from Hakuho.
I thought he was going to do it.
Airborne was Homasho, but gee, one slight move to the right, things could have been slightly different. But not his best sumo so far. There's the man, of course, the big upset of the day. Handling Asashoryu an early loss.
Policewoman!
Them to fight the Bulgarian Ozeki Kotooshu 2-1. His go-to weapon is the left hand outside grip. Aminishiki, he likes to fight with his right hand inside grip, and he would like to finish off Kotooshu like he did against Asashoryu. Aminishiki. Kotooshu must be very careful, but at the same time he can't be too passive. He's got to be aggressive himself too. 11-6 in the past 17 meetings. The favor goes to Aminishiki. We'll see how things play out for these two.
Oh.
Head, banging head.
Oh,
Aminishiki tries to throw Kotooshu with the Suinage beltless arm throw, but Aminishiki runs out of real estate.
That was a hell of a tachiai.
While unleashing that Suinage
So that's
beltless
an
arm throw.
example of the Kimarite Kotenage, an arm lock throw, which is the winning technique they ascribe to Baruto's victory. Here we go. Yep, right there, he arm locks him and throws him. So that was Tochiozan, the Komusubi, fighting Sekiwake Baruto there in the blue, the large Estonian, who's had a so-so tournament so far. I think that win today takes him to 2-2. So, you know, he's even. But not setting the world on fire so far. Yep, 2-2.
For the Estonian. 2-2 now. Tomorrow he meets Kotomitsuki. Tochiozan 1 win and 3 losses, and he will fight the Ozeki he beat the last time, Kotooshu.
Alright, so that's...
Harumafuji yesterday was talking to me and says he told me that in the last 2 Basho, because since this is his 3rd Basho at Ozeki, he used to think too much about him being Ozeki, and he was telling himself that he has to do the kind of sumo that's suitable to Ozeki. Well, he says, I was too conscious about being Ozeki, me being Ozeki. Now, I don't think about myself that way. He says, I just want to be myself and do my style of sumo. And since I changed my approach, I feel less pressure these days and I'm feeling comfortable about myself. And that's what Harumafuji told me yesterday in the dressing room. Goeido, on the other hand, he says he's not thinking about his opponents too much. Although he's beaten 3 Ozeki, he'll just take them as his opponent and don't pressurize himself by saying that he's facing the top dogs. Goeido gave me one word yesterday. He says, I'll do my best against Harumafuji. Here we go.
Come on, Harumafuji.
Chest to chest already. Harumafuji with a strong left hand grip.
Come on.
Goeido tries to throw in, goes for a neck throw. It doesn't work. Harumafuji looks to have an upper hand here. Left hand inside.
Trying to get that belt grip. Come on.
Harumafuji waiting for the right moment to execute his maneuver.
Yeah!
And he goes to the victory.
Nice.
Goeido on his buttocks, on his back, gives Goeido his first defeat. Harumafuji, meanwhile, keeps himself unbeaten. 10 years difference. Hakuho, 24 years old, competing in his 31st Makinochi Basho.
Yeah, what he was just saying is the age difference between the two. Hakuho is 24, Kyokutenho is 34. So he's been around. He's also Mongolian, Kyokutenho, so both of these guys are from Mongolia originally.
Before he faces Asashoryu on the last day of the tournament. But before we get to that last bout on day 15, Hakuho still has a lot of business to take care of. Fast touch eye by Hakuho. Gets the grip.
Oh! Oh! Ah!
Kyokutenho.
I was hoping he'd get him.
11 straight victories over Kyokutenho now for Hakuho, the grand champ. Kyokutenho tried a desperation throw in the end, but it didn't work because Hakuho's left hand launching was so as hard as he usually does with his left hand. Takekaze, his opponent, is a hard pusher thruster. Asashoryu wants to catch Takekaze perhaps with his right hand outside grip. The Musubi no Ichiban, the final bout on day 4. Right hand slap. Takekaze has a good pushing attack but gets an inside grip as Asashoryu.
Whoa.
Asashoryu outs Takekaze.
A little overzealous.
No back-to-back losses for Asashoryu.
He poked in the eye. Uh-oh, he's grabbing the elbow. That's not good.
Asashoryu's quickness gave him the victory. He is so quick. Asashoryu still looking at Takekaze. Something what Takekaze didn't like Asashoryu.
He believes his main aim is to appeal to the sumo fans, make sure the sumo is worthy of an ozeki. Takekaze, has he got any trick up his sleeve here? Metaphoric sleeve. Looking for his first win against Harumafuji. Gets in hard, a thrusting attack by the ozeki, gets in low, pushes out Takekaze. There's 12 straight, and a 5-0 start for Harumafuji. His best start is 6-0. Okay. The arm lock throw. I'd like to see this from another angle if possible, but
Chiyotaikai on your left, Homasho on your right.
Really went at it. Obviously, Homasho knew all he had to do was just wait. He could get in on and tire the ozeki, tire him out, and then just take him down. Almost got swatted there and lost his balance, Homasho. Now the ozeki again on the charge, slips to the side, there's Homasho. Now the armbar throw, or attempt. Can't get him out there. Lunges, misses again. Almost like a bullfight at times.
Yeah.
Grabs the arm, swings him down, going backwards, and takes him down first. This will give us a better look at that. Gee, that was a great desperate move by Chiyotaikai, who's obviously aging and running out of power. You don't see him winning like this too often. But he was determined, that's for sure. You can't deny that.
Okay, there's the Yokozuna, Asashoryu. And... Okay, we're getting ready. Here, I'll just turn the sound back on.
You never know. "13, unlucky for some? No. 13 in a row. Asashoryu over Tamanoshima. And they haven't met for 2 years. We saw the determination.
Tamanoshima on the left.
One thing we know,
right there, Tamanoshima.
Injured or not,
Magashira number 3.
his determination. How will he tackle Tamanoshima here? I think he'll tackle him with attitude. Gets in quickly on the Magashira and takes him out. Gives him another little shove for good measure. Just to remind him who's boss.
Complete walk in the park.
Four and one.
Yorikiri. And I just realized, like, I have all the windows and, like, doors, like, screen doors in my house open. So my neighbors are probably like, why is that strange gaijin that lives below us talking to himself about sumo? But it's really kind of warm, but has a nice breeze today, so I'm trying to air out my house a bit. Anyway, this is the final match, the Masino Ichiban of day 5. So if Hakuho wins this, he will join Takamisakari, Kisenosato, and Harumafuji. Yay, Harumafuji. As the 4 guys at the top, all undefeated at 5-0. So here we go. Turn on the commentary.
Men from Mizutsubeya.
Oh, real quick, Kakuryu's not doing so well at Shin Komasubi. He's 1-3 going into today, so he's only had 1 win so far.
One a pusher thruster, the other one great exponent at Motozashi. So he'd like to start with a pushing attack, then go for an inside grip against Hakuho. Let's see if that's what he tries to do. Inside under the armpits of the Yokozuna. The Yokozuna searching for a grab on the Mawashi. Takes the Yokozuna back, gets on the edge, and the Yokozuna tries to throw and does it effectively. Almost in trouble. Another, whoops, almost facial expression from Hakuho.
That was quite a turn, though.
He just flipped him
Yeah.
like a beef patty. 25 straight.
And had a 6-9 record, so he got demoted down a few slots. And this tournament, he's at. Oh, wait, there he goes.
The first of 4 co-leaders. Looking to extend that winning streak. Shotenro.
No.
Down hard and out goes Takamisakari. Push out win. He'll be dining somewhere else tonight. Takamisakari losing for the first time in this tournament. 5-1 record now. Lifts on the slap attempt, moving to the side, and then gets moved out by Yoshikaze. Once again, passive sumo by Aran, the Russian. That was not good.
Kaio's been doing okay. He's at 4-1 going into today, day 6. Baruto not so good. He's at 2-3 going into today. All right, here's their match.
Kaio, 12 years older than Baruto. Hitting, then shifting. Getting to the rear of Baruto and then pushing him out. Okuridashi, rear push out by Kaio. Putting together a surprisingly strong first week is Kaio. He is 5-1. Okuridashi victory there against Baruto. Homasho, despite the poor record, always comes to fight, so it won't be easy for Kotooshu. Coming in low, Homasho chugging forward. Kotooshu deflects that charge. Now he takes control. And looks to finish off Homasho by lifting him in the air. Another 100% effort by Homasho. Not enough for a win though against the Ozeki, Kotooshu.
He's now at 6-0, so him and Harumafuji are the only two undefeated wrestlers left, both 6-0. What else should I tell you? So he's now had 26 wins in a row. This is Hakuho I'm talking about. But I'll tell you more about that in a second. Here we go.
His corner, way before Asashoryu gets there.
Come on, black line. Go away. Go away.
So look for the right-hand slap from Asashoryu to start things off. There it is. He whiffs. Now we can have some sumo. And it's Asashoryu who wins by push out.
That wasn't very exciting either.
He whiffed on the harite, but not on the pushing attack. Asashoryu improves to 5-1. Tochiozan 2-4.
Shikimori Kindayu in the middle. Timing's off. By the way, Takekaze Oyakuta's mom passed away on May 12th. She was 78 years old.
Asashoryu was kind of shocked at him.
That's right. Right hand snap by Kisenosato. Kisenosato brings Takekaze back, and Takekaze off balance, and it's all Kisenosato in this one. Overwhelmed Takekaze with a thrusting attack in his power. Takekaze still looking for his first win. Kisenosato bounces back from his day 6 defeat.
So he is tied right now with Hakuho for the lead, and I hope he wins today as well. Here we go.
Turns down the towel.
Right. I don't need that, says Harumafuji.
Some actually always take it, invariably. Some tend not to.
Not only wipe their faces, but their armpits and everywhere. Kakuryu on the left, 2 and 4. Harumafuji, one of the 2 co-leaders, 6 and 0. Sharp tanchai by Harumafuji again, but Kakuryu advances, but Harumafuji gets the shallow grip.
Oh, he's got him, he's got him. Yeah.
Kakuryu is taken out by Harumafuji.
Right.
Harumafuji is still perfect after 7 days. 7 and 0.
That means tomorrow on Nakabe he'll be going for his Kachikoshi. Here we go.
He's getting flu, but apparently it wasn't.
He always seems to have fever because he's always coughing, Durko. I can't tell whether he's having a real cold or not.
Or it's like kind of faint, like Taiho used to do.
Okay. It's Ozeki Kaio and Homasho, Maigashira 1. Kaio gets the lethal weapon right in outside grip. Homasho is in trouble.
It's incredibly easy win for Kaio.
Kaio goes to 6 and 1. Homasho 7 straight losses. Although he loses, how
Kaio
deeply
was
he
exactly
bows.
the same position in March.
Okay.
After the first 7 days, I think it was also 6-1.
Slap.
Okay. His new influenza concern taken care of yesterday in the clinic, so he should be feeling a lot better today, coming into his fray against Kyokutenho. Kyokutenho, with long arms, he can get a Mawashi grip with Wate. He can do well, but Asashoryu has the Wate, and he looks to be in command, circling away, and gets right behind Kyokutenho, uses his speed, and has no trouble taking care of his Mongolian senpai. Asashoryu wins, Okuridashi, and Asashoryu moves up to 6 and 1. 20th straight win over Kyokutenho.
I have a report on Baruto regarding his strategy. He said that he always loses when he tries a Midiyotsu, so today he wants to try Hidariyotsu, or he wants to try Tsuppari at the Tachirai.
Hey, thank you. Yes, Baruto's been practicing Tsuppari lately, especially before the Basho. He was practicing Tsuppari a lot. So we might see that, as Reiko said, and he wants to get himself in that left hand inside position. That's the opposite of what Hakuho wants to have. Hakuho wants the right hand inside. The final bout on day 7. Here goes Hakuho. No thrust.
Come on! Oh!
Baruto gets the left hand inside.
Get him!
Not giving Hakuho his favorite grip, so this is what
Come on, power him out! Power him out!
Baruto dropping his hips, trying to take.
Oh!
Look at that!
What a...
Nugget, and Tochinoshin dumps the Sekiwake.
Some newspapers are starting to associate Dabayama with, Hakuho with Dabayama, but this looks so cool and
showing some impressive sumo. Improving to 5 and 3. Kokkai versus Takamisakari. Kokkai with his frenetic style, flattening Takamisakari, winning by Yori Taoshi. Toyohibiki versus Kiburayama. Toyohibiki's Oshi attack has looked strong throughout this tournament, and he improves to 6-2. Shotenro versus Futeno. Good combination of leg technique and Mawashi technique by Shotenro. Yorikiri win. Iwakiyama versus Dejima. Two men who've been doing this a long time. Iwakiyama winning by Yorikiri. Asashoryu Shimotori. Strong grip by Asashoryu. As a result, he wins by Yorikiri. Kotoshogiku versus Miyabiyama. Kotoshogiku, once he gets that chest-to-chest position, able to belly out Miyabiyama. Tochinonada. Flattens Tokitenku, Suinage, beltless arm throw, and Tamawashi and Yoshikaze. No problem for Tamawashi, winning by Oshidashi.
Okay, so there are your first half replays from Sunday, May 17th, Nakabi, the middle day of the tournament. And now I've got some second half matches for you coming up, including, of course, the two Yokozuna, the Harumafuji, Chiyotaikai, and probably Kisenosato.
Three wins apiece.
Thanks.
Kakizoe, as always, will get his fists down way before his opponent. Which often leads to a mata. They get off to a clean start this time though. Tochinoshin moving around. They separate. A frenetic match which favors Kakizoe. He can use his speed here. Tochinoshin finally gets a grip and then powers out Kakizoe. Strong Oshidashi by Tochinoshin. Once he was able to wrap up Kakizoe, that's when he had the match won.
Pull out wide. Sorry, guys.
These two have been 18 times before. Kokkai with the edge, 10-8.
Crowd into it. It's a Sunday, it's full house.
Takamisakari as usual.
Not
The
so,
crowd is worked up as he is.
not so high with the salt that time. Kokkai would love to beat him, get that bonus money. Come on, TV. Sorry, guys.
He's been moving forward well, Takamisakari. Not relying so much on his counterattacks. Trying to wrap up Kokkai. But he's getting pushed back and down. Kokkai flattening Takamisakari. Try to call that one a Yori Taoshi. Takamisakari suffering just his second loss.
Yamamotoyama said that he really wanted to go against Kisenosato at least once, but he also has a fever, so let's see how he fares. And Kisenosato said that he's a big target.
Now he's got the sumo fever, facing his idol, Kisenosato. Bouncing off, Yamamotoyama is Kisenosato, but he gets that Hazuoshi position. Looks like Kisenosato is in control.
Oh,
Can't really wrap up 258 kilos, so he goes for a Mawashi grip. And as having trouble finishing off, Yamamotoyama. Had to work hard for that, Yorikiri. Kisenosato improves to 7-1. Yamamotoyama 4-4. For
Total of
Harumafuji
400
over the older Ozeki.
Chiyotaikai on your left, Harumafuji on your right.
Looks like Harumafuji had thoughts of a Henka himself, but he gets stuck by Chiyotaikai. Chiyotaikai, a lot of energy in that Tsupari of his, but he's not moving back Harumafuji at all.
Oh!
Instead, he gets moved back
Oh,
by
okay.
Harumafuji.
Whew. Wasn't sure.
Harumafuji checking to see if all the parts are okay.
That was a close one.
He forces out Chiyotaikai. 5-3 record for the Kadoban Ozeki. Harumafuji, perfect 8-0. Kachikoshi, and at least a share of the lead. At the halfway point of...
All right.
Hakuho looking for a Kachikoshi and a share of the lead.
On TV, there we go.
Tamanoshima looking to pull off the upset of this tournament.
Oh, sorry. Stungus. It's time.
Not much oomph to Tamanoshima's Tachiai. Hakuho having his way with Tamanoshima, moving him back. Yorikiri win. An easy day at the office for Hakuho. He wins by force out, 8-0 record. He and Harumafuji remain tied for the lead.
Alright. Nobody's really giving him a struggle yet. Okay. Do you need to really be told with that slap that Asashoryu is on your right? He's facing Goeido. Shin Sekiwake on your left. Here we go.
Goeido looking to beat him for the first time ever. Coming up strong is Goeido.
Oh.
Too much forward lean.
Nope.
Slap down win for the Yokozuna. Slap down, then a chin lift.
All that anticipation.
A 7th win for Asashoryu against 1 defeat. Goeido at 4-4. Enough gabbing. It's time to fight. Today's Musubi no Ichiban between Hakuho and Goeido. Keep an eye on the left hand of both men.
Come on, Goeido.
Hakuho. He has a left hand outside grip. Goeido trying to break Hakuho's grip. Hakuho, that left hand on the washi throughout the match. Another Uwate Nage win for Hakuho against Goeido.
Same technique he used against Baruto.
Just like last time they faced each other.
Beaten the Yokozuna 8 times. Out of what's that? 20, 30, 34 meetings. But he did beat him last year. So he has beaten him in recent memory. He shouldn't win today. Asashoryu should win the match. Asashoryu is 7-1. And Chiyotaikai is at 5-3. Chiyotaikai, of course, as I mentioned in other videos, is a Kadoban with danger of demotion for a record 13th time. He should get his 8 wins, but I can't see him getting much more than that. He's still got to fight some of the upper ranked guys, but he should be able to squeak it out. it was interesting. I'm going to turn this fan off because it's probably, blowing air into the microphone. It was interesting, the feature today, every day, you know, the coverage is from 4 to 6 o'clock. So to fill up some of that time earlier in the day, they will do a feature maybe on, you know, a stable master who used to be an Ozeki or something. Today their feature was on the stadium, the Kokugikan, and the different buildings that have been the Kokugikan over the years. The current one was built in 1985. But they panned around the roof. And suspended from the roof are these very large, like, oil paintings of the Yokozuna. Every time, or no, not the Yokozuna, I should say, the Yusho, the Emperor's Cup champions from each Basho, get a painting made of them, and gets put up in the, I don't think we're quite ready yet. It gets put up in the stadium. So they take one down and put a new one up, so it kind of rotates. But there's about 30 of them or so up at any given time, and so that's, you know, there's 6 tournaments a year, so that's about 5 years worth of portraits. And if you look up at those portraits, now let me make sure they're not about to go. No, they're not. Okay. If you look up at those portraits, there's only 2 native Japanese-born wrestlers in and amongst those portraits. Can you guess who they are? The match is about to go, but I'll tell you the answer after the match. Alright. Asashoryu, Chiyotaikai.
Asashoryu looking to stay one step behind the co-leaders. Chiyotaikai looking to move one step toward the Kachikoshi.
Whoa!
To a good start. Look at Asashoryu rally nicely. Get the Monozashi. Little rise smile.
Wow, that would have been a stunning upset.
As if to say, did you really think I was in danger of losing against Chiyotaikai? 8-1 record, Kachikoshi for the Yokozuna. Yorikiri, force-out victory for Asashoryu.
My TV's behaving so nicely today. Why can't I do this every day?
From the crouch is Chiyotaikai. Good hit. But the Yokozuna immediately gets a double inside arm position after absorbing that initial charge by Chiyotaikai, briefly lifting up Chiyotaikai and winning by Yorikiri. That was Chiyotaikai's only chance to upset Asashoryu. He got off to a good start, but could not finish off the man. Who is now at 81. We'll have Baruto tomorrow.
That's Harumafuji, in case you're wondering. You should know that by now. Kotomitsuki over there.
Day 12, we'll have to wait and see about that.
Left of your screen.
Here they are, Kotomitsuki, Harumafuji. Can Harumafuji stay undefeated and a share of the lead? Kotomitsuki going for Kachikoshi today. His 8th win. Vital for all rikishi to get their 8. Quick away was Kotomitsuki. Harumafuji has him high though. Harumafuji seeking to get inside, has a double inside grip and locks up Kotomitsuki. Locking the armbar as well as Kotomitsuki to put pressure on the elbows of Harumafuji. He's got to be careful. If he pushes forward, Kotomitsuki can fling him around and win by Kimedashi. Perhaps even a leg trip. Now the lifting attempt. Harumafuji presses and wins. 10 straight.
Yay!
A bit of pain in the elbows too, I would suggest. Yorikiri victory for the Ozeki. will he at least have a share of the lead?
There's your 4 leaders.
I'm somewhat surprised because the level of his sumo just isn't there these days. If he's to do damage to Chiyotaikai, he's got to hit with thrusts twice, not just one thrust. And have Hakuho going backwards and then have quick follow-up with footwork. You can't stand there and just hope the thrust does the job. Hakuho, he's the top of his game. Looking for 10 straight. Chiyotaikai defends off with one arm. Now is in trouble. Becomes a Mawashi battle. It's just a matter of time. Inside grip. Hello. Yorikiri.
Baruto on your left. Yokozuna Asashoryu on your right. Basically, tomorrow the big bout, as I've already said, is Harumafuji Kisenosato. That will really determine who's really still in the running for the cup. Alright, let's hope Asashoryu wins here and stays just one behind the 2 leaders. I'll turn up the volume, zoom in a bit. Here we go. Come on.
Baruto bring the Zabuton flying. Asashoryu take care of him as he has done 5 previous times. Baruto hits him hard. Yokozuna has him on the swing. Goes deep with a Mawashi hold. Gets a pushing attack going. A little bit too confident there at one stage. I think Asashoryu thought he had it already won before Baruto was out. And one big thrust that he was. Oshidashi.
There's the leaders. Hakuho is waiting. He's obviously very interested in what happens.
Can he extend his win streak to 11? To go 11 and all?
Get in a little closer.
Is he ready to knock off the Ozeki from the unbeaten ranks? Here we go. 9-1 Kisenosato against 10-0 Harumafuji.
Whoa!
Sato loses easily as Harumafuji dodges the attack.
Well, that's not my favorite. Come on, Harumafuji, you don't need to do that.
Harumafuji sits to his right. Kisenosato all he was thinking about go-to grip, the left hand outside grip. On the other hand, Baruto sits.
So real quick, there's Baruto. He'll be on your right. Kotooshu, right there, will be on your left. The 2 biggest guys in sumo as far as height, going at it. Here we go.
Bulgarian? Or is it going to be the Estonian? Prevailing in this one. Interesting battle here. Kotooshu gets the grip, swinging, taking care of Baruto from the rear. The Ozeki shows.
That's his Makikoshi, I think.
Kotooshu wins his 7th win.
For Baruto.
Makekoshi for Baruto.
Yep. He's got a losing record now.
And he says he will not back off against anyone. He says he'll go all out. And that's it. Kaio, of course, his signature maneuver. One is Kotenaga armlock throw. The other is Watenaga overarm throw. If he can get that, one of those maneuvers on this man, if he can employ those maneuvers on this man, Asashoryu, Kaio might have the day. But Asashoryu is so good, not only offensively, but preventing his opponents from doing his brand of sumo. Chest to chest, Kaio might be able to get that armlock throw, but no, Asashoryu stays right with Kaio, advances, wins easily over the Ozeki by Yorikiri Forsa. Asashoryu keeps his 1-loss record. He has to be careful.
This is really one of his very first serious challenges this tournament. Alright, let's see.
Is Hakuho going to join Harumafuji in the no-loss group, or is Kotomitsuki? Is he going to stop Hakuho's 30-bout consecutive win streak? We'll see the final bout on day 11. Hakuho and Kotomitsuki. Let's get it on. After a clean start, Kotomitsuki takes Hakuho back.
Come on, Kotomitsuki!
Right hand in, left hand out.
Don't give up.
Kotomitsuki. He shouldn't stop now. Hakuho has the right hand deep inside.
Go
He
forward.
doesn't have the left hand lethal weapon though. Hakuho goes for a Statenagi underarm throw. Kotomitsuki in great position to attack. Is he going to finish Hakuho off and gives Hakuho his first defeat in 31 bouts, or is Hakuho going to prevail once again? Kotomitsuki has a strong grip. He's in a great attacking position. He raises Hakuho up. Hakuho comes upright, but Hakuho dropping his hip, marching forward. Somehow Hakuho is trying to get the left and outside grip. Kotomitsuki refusing to give Yokozuna the grip. Hakuho breaks Kotomitsuki's grip by wiggling his hip. What a technique put on by the Yokozuna!
Come on.
Kotomitsuki loses his lethal weapon, the left hand grip, and this should favor Hakuho now. Hakuho is back to us.
I think we just get that shot of his ass. Come on.
We'll see what Hakuho does. Kotomitsuki tries
Kotomitsuki,
to
don't give up.
grip, but Hakuho now has Kotomitsuki to the edge. Hakuho dropping his hip, ousting Kotomitsuki for the 31st consecutive victory. Hakuho goes on to win, and he is now 11-0. Kotomitsuki 7-4. Hakuho takes on Kaio tomorrow. Kotomitsuki will fight Asashoryu. What about?
Is there and is not there. Another Henka by Hokutoriki to pick up a win. Kimurayama needed to look forward. Here Dejima takes on the charge by Teruhibiki. He takes the advantage of Teruhibiki pulling him towards him, and then when Teruhibiki comes forward, he moves to the side and is able to pick up the win. Right here, Shimotori is a little high and going forward, but he's able to keep charge of Wakakoyu. Here, if Tenho is able to go over the Mawashi and his Kokkai moves backwards, Tenho picks up the win. A good touch-eye by Takamisakari, and he's able to get his hand inside the Mawashi of Tokutenho. When Tokutenho pulls a slapping attack.
That looked painful, possibly.
A good lateral attack by Miyabiyama. He's inclined, his heavy body, and as Tamawashi comes in, he sidesteps and brings his opponent down. Urakiyama at the Tachi is less effective against Shotenro, but is able to move forward to pick up the win. Here Kakizoe is able to get his hand on the Mawashi and both hands inside the defense of Asashoryu. He is able to go forward, as he does when he pick up his hand. Bushiyama is able to put pressure against Tochinonada, and that pressure forces Tochinonada down. Aran uses his technique and his ability to get a hold of the Mawashi against his big opponent, and once he does, he plans to go forward and he picks up a good win against a heavy opponent weighing over 115 kilos over his own.
Okay, folks. So welcome. It's Friday, May 22nd, Niju Ni, in Japan. Day 13. Unlucky for some, hopefully lucky for others, at the Natsu Basho, the May tournament. And that was the first half replays. You got to see some of the guys I don't normally show. You know, Takamisakari, I know some of you really like him. Unfortunately, you know, started out really well and then did his kind of normal, you know, and he just got his Kachikoshi today. So he's now 8-5. on day 13. So he's got 2 days left. He can maybe get double-digit wins, which is kind of rare for him. He could end up 10-5 for the tournament. Of course, the big matchup today, Friday, they're doing it a little early, is Hakuho Harumafuji. Oh my God, it's going to be huge. It's going to be epic. Let's hope it's a really good match to match all the hype. I didn't have videos for you yesterday on day 12. As some of you probably know, on my main channel I had some goings-ons that kind of distracted me yesterday, but I of course will have matches for you all this weekend leading up to what I hope will still be an important match on the final day. Hopefully numerically the Asashoryu Hakuho match will matter. Of course the big thing now is, will Hakuho go perfect, get the Zensho Yusho, and tie Asashoryu's record for most consecutive wins? Harumafuji wants to have something to say about that today. Let's see.
Around
all
and
right?
say more
Peace.
in a moment.
More soon.
There we go. Turn the sound back on.
Against Kotomitsuki, going for his Kachikoshi.
Get a little closer.
Chiyotaikai on the left. Oh! Well,
Henkai maneuver by Chiyotaikai. Kotomitsuki bites the dust. Maybe this is the only way for Chiyotaikai to can win against Kotomitsuki, and Kotomitsuki wasn't ready for that. Chiyotaikai gets each other's like a technique back. Here we go. The time is up. Time for the showdown. Will it be Hakuho, the Yokozuna, or Ozeki Harumafuji? About to give Hakuho his first loss in 33 bouts. Both men 12-0. Hakuho charges in hard. Hakuho has the left and outside grip, but Hakuho doesn't have the grip.
come on, Harumafuji!
Harumafuji tries to swing Hakuho around, but Hakuho defends.
Oh, come on!
Still looking for his lethal weapon, the left hand grip, but Harumafuji doing a good job of avoiding Hakuho from getting that. Hakuho gets low. They go a merry-go-round, but it doesn't do any good for Harumafuji yet. Now, right hand inside as well. Harumafuji keeps attacking, but Hakuho advances. Hakuho gets the left hand inside grip.
Come on, get him, get him!
Hakuho able to get his lethal weapon, and Harumafuji's game plan is working so far, but he cannot finish Hakuho off. Harumafuji has attacked Hakuho a number of times with that left hand watenage, but Hakuho is able to resist the throw. Boy, Harumafuji knows what can happen to himself once the Yokozuna gets that left hand outside grip. So Harumafuji just holding on to Hakuho's left hand, preventing the Yokozuna from getting that lethal weapon.
Oh!
And Harumafuji's trick!
Oh!
The leg trip! Yokozuna, and down goes Harumafuji for the first time! Kirikaeshi outside leg trip. Sotoraki will hear the announcement.
Stare down.
Hakuho goes to 13. Again, the only way for Asashoryu to stay in the title race is by beating Kotooshu here.
He's going to be joined at one loss by Hakuho or Harumafuji today.
Kotooshu show his Ozeki pride. Shikimori Inosuke, the Gyoji referee, turns the gunbai forward.
Little nerves, little nerves.
Here we go. Right hand slap by Asashoryu. Kotooshu.
Come on, Asa.
But Asashoryu tries to swap the Kotooshu away, gets a hold of the Kotooshu.
Oh, it's all over. Come on.
Now,
Asa should have him.
Trying to use his speed, but Kotooshu
Oh, oh.
hold his ground. Kotooshu has a little bit of arm lock, but Asashoryu waits for a step to negative.
Oh!
Kotooshu up in the air.
Jesus! That's insane.
Asashoryu giving his 100% effort against the Bulgarian Ozeki. And
Oh!
again, opens Kotooshu.
Nice.
He gets a tremendous finish.
Whoa.
Nothing like his throw, and Kotooshu does a somersault.
Wow.
Asashoryu advances to 12-1.
Come on, TV.
Part of the theatre, part of the drama.
Sorry, it's so wide out.
Chiyotaikai will hit hard. Will Kaio be there? Thrusting attack. Kaio goes back, but doesn't go back far. Yes, he will now, though.
There we go.
Surprise, surprise, Chiyotaikai wins. Tochinoshin.
Harumafuji at this point. But Harumafuji is a determined and very skillful wrestler, so I don't know. I hope it's a good match. It should be. Alright, here we go. Oh, why is my camera acting up? Come on.
Stance as he hits him, and then get the grip. Harumafuji having his best tournament ever. Asashoryu, he's been here before.
Yep.
Who's it to be? The winner on day 14. Quickly inside is Harumafuji. Right hand inside, left hand out, both men the same grip. The Yokozuna trying to lift up Harumafuji. It becomes a strength battle. You'd favour the Yokozuna. Awkward position, Harumafuji from here. Trying to pick him up, and he does effectively. Now Harumafuji has a left hand grip. That really played into it, but he loses it again. He needs to get the left hand on the Mawashi. He had it, but lost it again. I think the Yokozuna needs to be concentrating more on getting him out, not trying to lift him up.
Oh!
Yes, the Sokagake.
Oh!
Harumafuji knocks off Asashoryu.
Oh!
But Smith's injured. I think he might have just had the wind knocked out of him. Well, that's not looking good.
Wow.
He went on his coccyx backs.
Epic.
Well, the crowd's gone wild, but sadly, I think we'll have a look in the replay how he really was landed on his spine.
No, that's not
He
bad.
gave one for most part of the bout yesterday against Asashoryu, but he needs to do better today.
Turn off that one light.
Lots of beads of perspiration on the waiting heroes.
Stern look on the face of Kotooshu, determined to defeat Hakuho here.
Try that.
You ready?
That's a little bit better.
Getting to the side, Kotooshu.
Come on, Kotooshu!
Down is the Yokozuna, looking for my Mitsu grip.
Come on, Kotooshu! Yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo! All right!
The Yusho, and still the Yusho is wide open.
Oh,
Does indeed on both feet.
oh man.
Yamamotoyama's gone berserk because she was hoping Hakuho to lose, and not in a nasty way. She has a ulterior motive for that.
To make things interesting.
That's exactly true.
Good for Kotooshu. Gosh, darn it.
You were right again. He certainly did have his chance.
Well, how do you like that? 4 of the last 5 victories by Hakuho have been by Watanabe, and Kotooshu wins by Watanabe. Gee, that was good sumo, wasn't it?
Very good.
Good footwork, and did it quickly. Once he got that Maimitsu grip, he pulled the throat quickly, not allowing us Hakuho to get set. And now, everybody's back in the mix.
Asashoryu has to be very careful here. We've seen this happen before when he sees Hakuho lose and then manages to lose himself, so he's got to be careful.
Well, don't ask me when's the last time 2 Yokozuna won on a fast day, in a day, going into day 14.
Very nice fast tachiai from Kotooshu there. Straight on with his grip, and he sticks with it. And they're keeping Hakuho's left off. Hakuho is struggling, and down he goes. Very nicely done.
Oh man. Homasho's a pretty good wrestler. You know, he's currently Magashira #1. That's Yoshikaze, his opponent today. Homasho is right now 0-14. Let's see if he gets 1 win. Here we go.
Homasho is 0-14. Quick start by Yoshikaze. He has Homasho on the run. Homasho desperately trying to stay in the ring. Taking a lot of punishment from Yoshikaze. They dance around and Homasho.
Oh, he gets it!
It's gotta feel like winning the Yusho. His first win on the final day.
Oh man. And the crowd goes wild
as well.
Well, he's a very popular rikishi, and he's much better than
to avoid losing his Ozeki ring. Needs 1 more to complete.
Chiyotaikai's got to keep him away. I'm sorry.
And then hard against Baruto. Baruto goes hard. 3 straight wins, and he's still an Ozeki.
For now.
Now back to being a full-fledged one on the final day.
Wow.
With an Oshi Taoshi, his 3rd straight win. It's a Kachikoshi.
Turn his volume back on.
And now we've seen this tournament. He is very much used to the ring. So we should expect to see him in the hunt for the tournament championship for on a regular basis for some time to come. The first thing he's got to do is get past Kotooshu.
A win here puts all the pressure on Hakuho. Harumafuji going for his Hatsu Yusho.
Well, first going for
this is the first step.
A chance to challenge for his Hatsu Yusho.
Nice hit by Harumafuji, backs up Kotooshu. Kotooshu
both really
gets
high.
back into safe territory, wrapping up Harumafuji.
Oh!
Harumafuji, they both go down together.
Nice.
But clearly, Harumafuji, the winner in that match.
Well done.
He's still in the hunt.
That was very impressive. And it was impressive because he used that headlock throw from a position where normally you're in a lot of trouble. And we'll see in the replay in a second exactly what I mean by that.
Kubinage, he's going to go
inside. Once he can do that, he can control the flow of the match, ideally.
Well, for Asashoryu, he's going to have to use that intensity of his that he's so famous for.
All right, here we go.
Sore ribs.
Come on, Asa.
The final match in regulation as Harumafuji waits. If Hakuho loses, Harumafuji captures the Yusho.
If Hakuho wins, we have a playoff.
Little stiff arm by Hakuho. No left-hand grip for Hakuho. Asashoryu digging in. Can he move back? Hakuho trying to finish off Asashoryu, which he does. Yorikiri victory. We move to a playoff. Asashoryu unable to hold his ground. And it's Hakuho who beats his arch rival for the third straight time. Yorikiri force out. The most basic technique in sumo. Both men finish at 14-1. They'll go back to the dressing room, have a short break, and then come out for a one-match playoff.
So Asashoryu actually will finish at 12-3, below Kisenosato, who finished 13-2. You know, it was a good tournament for him. He obviously. Well, here I'll show you the replay real quick before I turn it around.
The right hand inside, keeping Asashoryu's left arm far away from the washi, while keeping up the forward pressure. He drops his hips. He pulls his fellow yokozuna in. Asashoryu's got very limited mobility there. Those ribs, that side seem to be a lot worse. Well, as bad as we thought it would be, because he's got no mobility. And basically, Hakuho just pulls in tight. Hakuho tries to lift and swing, but he can't. Hakuho drops his hips again and uses his right arm to steer Asashoryu to the side and out. Well, that answers the question about who was physically fitter going into that match, and I think that played a factor there.
Kotomitsuki, just by the way, the other Ozeki, beat Kaio. Kaio got his 8 wins and then lost his last 5 matches in a row, so he ended up 8-7 on the tournament. Kaio. Kotomitsuki needed the win on this final day to get his Kachikoshi, and he got it. So he is also 8-7, which is not a good performance for an Ozeki. And of course, Chiyotaikai, as you saw in my other video, perhaps got his 8th win on the final day. So 3 Ozeki went 8-5, 8-7. Sorry, 8-7. All right, so one more. You get a bonus. You get the playoff between which, if you read the comment box in my other video, what I think will be the new rivalry that will sustain the interest in sumo in the coming years. I respect and really respect and I just said that and admire and love Asashoryu. I think he's a great champion, but he hasn't really ever recovered since they suspended him fully, in my opinion. He's won a few tournaments, but he hasn't come back to that form when I was first watching him in 2005 and 2006. But he's still fighting very well, so we'll see what he can bring to the table in July. All right, I'll turn it back on for the playoff. Thanks. The final match is around 6 p.m. every day, but it's about 5:40 now in Japan. They schedule in a little time so you can see the person get the trophy and stuff like that. But with a playoff, that's going to eat into that time, so I don't know how much of the trophy, etc. If Harumafuji wins, I'll try to show you his, interview that they always do with the champion after the final bout. So we'll see. I mean, as the commentators are saying, experience, 10 previous Yusho would seem to indicate that Hakuho is going to do this. But that Harumafuji has the desire, so I'm hoping it'll be an exciting match. This should be the last slap and crouch, and then we'll get to it. Here we go.
It doesn't get any better than this. And Ozeki and Yokozuna going for it after 14-1 performances that were spectacular.
All right.
In November, in a one-match playoff, Hakuho was a winner. Harumafuji obviously wants to change that right here.
Come on, Harumafuji.
Yokozuna versus the Ozeki. The winner captures the Yusho. Nice hit by Harumafuji. Deep left hand inside grip, denying Hakuho left hand inside.
Come on, get it!
It's Hakuho. It's Hakuho.
Oh, come on!
Upright. Hakuho regroups. Still can't get a left hand grip though, Hakuho. Deep inside position by Harumafuji. Goes for a throw again.
Yeah, I got it! Woo!
Chiyotaikai Hatsuyusho.
Outstanding, outstanding.
Nice.
For Harumafuji.
Outstanding.
Oh, fantastic.
The second time was the charm. Shitatenage underarm throw for Harumafuji, and he is celebrating his first championship in the Makuuchi division.
All right.
Going into that match, he was the only Ozeki who hadn't taken the top division championship. Now that conversation is past tense.
The key in that match, David, that quick tachi-ai, getting that inside position.
Well, the quick tachi-ai, but also we talked about bringing something extra to the game as he's greeted by the other Sekitori.
From his hair.
His hair, yeah.
Aminishiki and Asashoryu, the brothers. Also from Isegahama.
But yeah, we'll see in the replay in a second that's something actually he brought. But as you say, the tachi-ai Harumafuji was spot on, was brilliant. He comes in low, he hits hard, gets a deep left hand inside grip, does an excellent job of keeping Hakuho's left hand busy. Hakuho's trying to get that grip on that shallow grip, he can't. Now he opens up his stance and it's an underarm throw. Hakuho recovers. He's got great balance. He recovers quite well there. Now we talk about that something extra. And we'll see when he hits the throw a second time. Hakuho's trying to get some kind of grip with that left hand there. He can't get anything going. See Harumafuji's right hand. The right hand prop on the Yokozuna's right leg.
Yep.
That's what made the throw effective. If he had not propped that leg, Hakuho would have been able to turn back into the Ozeki. But propping the leg blocked that turn. And the pull of his pulling on with the throw was just so strong. And with the leg blocked, the Yokozuna could do nothing else but touchdown and lose.
All right, so there you see him, the man, Harumafuji. First championship in sumo. So he'll get his hair done and rest for a few moments and drink some water, etc. And then they'll have him come out. He'll get that huge cup and be interviewed. I'll turn the camera back on for that. So if you're interested in hearing what he has to say, check back for one more video. And wow, what a fantastic tournament this has been. One of my last while I'm here in Japan. And I couldn't think of a better way for my favorite wrestler since I've been here, you know, in 2004 to climb up the ranks, get to Ozeki, and then win his first tournament in a dramatic and exciting fashion. So, thank you all for watching, subscribing, enjoying the sumo with me. And come back in July. I should have action for you. I'll be very busy because I'll be going home soon after the Basho ends. But I will try my best to post as much as I can from Nagoya in July. So thanks again for watching and see you in 2 months. Bye.